Sheriff, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, okay, just wanted to make
I was
sure.
wondering if we were waiting. Well, I was here a couple minutes after 8, sorry.
He's running late, so, I'll take it until he gets here. Call the Board of Inspectors meeting for, October 12th to order at 8:14. And at this time, offer public comment for anything that's not on the agenda. Is there anybody here for public comment? All right, seeing no one, we'll move to approval of the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes, as issued from, September 14th, 2023? Any additions or corrections?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Properly moved in second. Any other discussion on those minutes? No additions or corrections? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Aye.
Sure. Okay. All right. We're with it. Okay. At this time, I'll turn it over to the warden for his series of reports.
Good morning, everybody. I wanted to do the monthly update on the RFQ for outdoor recreation. I did finish the draft, presented to Mr. Franek. Him and I had a meeting, discussed the RFQ, had some recommended changes, so I have those back, finishing up those. Then I'll get back to Mr. Franek for final review, and then on to Betsy for the legal process, so.
When's the appropriate time to talk about, ask questions like that?
It's up to
Well,
the,
as soon as he's done with, we can do it by section. It doesn't matter. Is there anything else in regard to the?
that's it, the RFQ.
That would be appropriate.
Ken Klein, sponsor. We're just wondering what's in it. Is the draft gonna be shared or?
The draft will not be shared because it's a draft product. Once it's approved by legal and the final product is out, then it'll be made available on the county website for prospective vendors to submit their qualifications.
Well, I mean,
We'll probably have some conversation before then, but.
okay, I mean, because we obviously have an interest in this or want to be able to look at it and make comments. Also, we were wondering what the criteria for, rating or inclusion, selection would be, if that's gonna be listed.
Basically, the contractors have to provide, or the vendors have to provide us with their qualifications and why they believe they can do the project that we are exploring.
Will anything be said about how those are ranked or rated or what we're looking for or?
No, we really don't have a rating system. We'll just sit down and review everybody's qualifications, once we get everybody's, or any prospective vendors, request back to us.
So would that, come back to this board before it gets, posted for vendors?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have a pretty robust discussion about what's included in it.
Okay, before the final.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Along the lines, we're moving to Title 37 updates. Just wanted to make the board aware that the Department of Corrections has a committee formed. They've been working on reviewing Title 37, specifically Chapter 95, which governs the correctional facilities. So we're not sure what's all going to come out of those revisions. I know they've been through it once. We were updated a little bit last week at the County Corrections Association meeting. So I just want to make the board aware of that, as we're moving forward on this RFQ process, we don't know what the new Title 37 changes may be. So we just have to be cautious if we're moving in one direction and now we get a new Title 37 that says we're supposed to be doing this. So just wanted to make the board aware of that.
So what is Title 37 and who is they?
Title 37 is a state law. It governs the operation of county correctional facilities, Chapter 95 specifically.
And is they the Department of Corrections or the
No,
legislature?
well, it starts at the Department of Corrections level. They have a committee formed consisting of, I believe, 5 county wardens from around the state. They're reviewing it, making proposed changes. Once they have their final product done, then it gets presented to the legislature because any changes have to be passed by the legislature because it is a law.
Okay, so it would make sense to me, tell me if I'm off the track, that those of us who are concerned about outdoor recreation should communicate with this DOC committee, telling them about our concerns. I've always said that, but I just want to know if that'd be the wrong direction.
If you want to contact them, that's completely up to you. You know,
But they're making decisions, right?
the committee is making recommendations as to what goes into this.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Also, along with outdoor rec, I know everybody's been aware of the escape at SCI Chester, or not SCI Chester, Chester County. Too many Chesters. Chester County is in the process of enclosing all of their outdoor yards. They're going to do open air and natural light space along the very top, similar to our garage door opening, but not as big. So I just want to make the board aware of that as some changes that other correctional facilities are making specifically at Chester. So they're in the process of closing theirs in to the tune of about estimated $3.5 million. So, yeah.
I might say overreacting.
Just updating the board on what we revised.
Yeah, just if you could keep us appraised of any other, you know, as events occur, because as we approach this RFQ, I think there's value to knowing what other institutions are doing in the process.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
COVID update, everybody knows last month we had the COVID outbreak. We ended up with a total of 43 individuals who had COVID, not counting staff members. That's just 43 incarcerated individuals. After a few meetings with their medical staff and corporate staff, we changed the testing procedures. We're still testing upon commitment, but we're no longer doing the mass jail-wide testing as we had been. We're now testing symptomatic only. They're still being treated in the same way, still being provided medical care. It's just we're not making everybody test when they don't have any symptoms. So that seemed to make most of the inmates happy that they don't gotta get forced to take a test unless they're sick. So we are preparing and prepared for the upcoming election in a couple of weeks. Spoke with Ms. Lockman from from the elections office. We have our ballot boxes still secured in the same place under camera, and our staff is ready to do the ballot drop off, and she'll be making preparations to pick up the ballots on election day. Yes, sir.
I just want to thank you, the rest of the wardens, the staff, elections department, and the volunteers that help the incarcerated individuals who are eligible to vote in all the elections.
Schuylkill County, people get to vote?
Schuylkill County has to send theirs in by mail. So that's completely their county's.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, we can't mix their ballots with Center County ballots. So, yeah, they are provided information on how to participate if they choose, as is Huntington County. Basically any out-of-county individuals we have must comply with their county's voting regulations. They cannot go in our ballot box. As reported previously, the Justice Department was in and done a PREA survey. They interviewed 152 incarcerated individuals. 10 individuals that they wanted to talk to refused to participate in the survey. We won't know the outcome of the survey for several months. They do 3 different questionnaires. One is all detailed towards PREA. One is a placebo that has nothing to do with PREA. So they were very pleased with their response and the turnout here and the helpfulness of our staff and making it run smooth. They anticipated being here 5 days and they only ended up being here like 3.5. So the process went pretty smoothly. The MAT program, medication assisted treatment, has started. We have 3 individuals as of last night on the program. Those are continuations of new incarcerations at this time. That's where we started at to ease us into the program. So if you come into the facility and you are on a prescribed MAT, as long as you are compliant with that program, you go through a series of tests here and then we continue the medication for you. We're anticipating after about 60 days, we're going to start the induction phase for individuals who are already incarcerated who may want to participate in the program. And we don't know if we're gonna have 20 or 2 that may wanna take us up on it, so more to come on that as we progress.
Glenn, just one thing. Could you put or maybe we can do something here, either through drug and alcohol, maybe do like a FAQ, about what it means to be on that, in that program. So, you know, not only just you tell them personally, but actually have something that, you know, written, like, these are the advantages, these are maybe some of the side effects, maybe this is the, you know, kind of give them a realistic view about the opportunity that we're offering, which is not small. I mean,
Yeah, no, it's not.
if you were going to get this, if you're gonna take if you were gonna get a shot outside the facility that lasts for 30 days, it's $1,800.
Yes.
So it's not a small, not a small thing that we're offering here, and it's an opportunity for.
Yeah, it's quite expensive. Meeting with the medical professionals and the doctors, obviously, we're gonna try to steer everybody towards Sublocade, which is the injection. Some people who come in already from the street may be on a different type of medication, so some of the doctors are a little bit hesitant on changing their medication. But they know the goal is to steer people towards Sublocade because it's longer lasting, less diversion.
Right.
And when they leave here, we will pass them off to drug and alcohol so they can continue the program once they are released.
And if I could just add, that is funded by a grant that we secured for $500,000 until the end of September of next year. I'm currently modifying that grant because we had to make some changes from our original application to have Prime Care do more of the medication here in the facility, so.
Thank you. Great, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I want to give you a little bit, an update on our tablets. As you know, they went live back in September. In the month of September, of course, they were brand new, so everybody's trying them out. The incarcerated individuals completed over 900 courses in about 2.5 weeks. So everybody was interested in seeing what this training is on here for free, and they were going to town. So I anticipate that will drop off, you know, as time goes by, but I was surprised the number was that high. We will print out their certificates for them if it's something they need for court, as part of possibly a sentence, or if it's, something they may need for employment. But we just can't print out every course completion with those numbers. So we've decided to do it for court mandated things that will assist them in court. Or if they're going for a job, they can present this certificate to say they've completed this, whatever the training course was.
And the nice thing, I'm sorry to interject,
No,
but the
that's
nice
fine.
thing is that for a year after their post-release, they can access that account. So they'll have login information, so they can continue to take the trainings, they can continue to get the education, and they can go out and print those certificates for a year after they're gone from here. So it's just that nice continuum that happens.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Can you give us some examples of the courses they're taking?
Yeah, I could probably get you the top 10 list maybe for next month.
That'd be nice to know.
There's everything on there from, they can take human resource classes if they want to learn how to be a human resource specialist. There's forklift operations, of course, the classroom portion of forklift operations.
Sure.
There's business management classes, there's some basic educational
That's
classes.
good enough.
Yeah,
That's good enough.
Anger management.
yeah,
coping
anger
skills,
management
drug and
classes,
alcohol
drug and
basics.
alcohol, so.
There is anything and
Well, it's
everything.
really encouraging to hear that they're taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I was surprised the number was that high. A couple staff changes here at the facility, I wanted to brief the board on. The commissioners have approved our request to, bring back the captain's position. It was most recently an administrative lieutenant's position, and we had some discussions. We are upgrading that to a captain's position to have a more direct line supervision over the lieutenants. And it also helps prepare the facility for succession as administration changes happen. That's one more person in the loop that can, you know, put the hat on, as Mr. Frank said, we'd like to have a deep bench of those in waiting, so. Also, we reclassified the reentry specialist position. Ms. Billet will still be doing reentry, but her title is now a reentry counselor. She completed some trainings and certifications that allowed us to elevate her position to a counselor's position. Last week at the Pennsylvania County Corrections Association meetings, the PCCCA is advocating CCAP in the state legislature to try to get the federal government to continue Medicaid or Medicare for incarcerated individuals, because once they come to jail, that's stopped. The federal government is piloting it in several states, and the County Corrections Association is trying to get Pennsylvania on that list of states. That would benefit us greatly. It would help out with the MAT expenses, because MAT is covered under Medicaid and Medicare. And it will cover a host of other things as well. So I've already asked the commissioners if they can speak to their CCAP representatives. I just want to inform the board that there's a move to try to get that to happen. And that's the end of my warden's report, sir.
All right, how about a facility report?
All right. Population, for the month of September, Center County averaged unsentenced was 58. Center County average sentenced was 59 for an average daily population of 117. I just started lumping all the Tennant counties together. Tennant County unsentenced was average of 29. Tennant County averaged sentenced was 58 for a total of 87. And our total average population was 204 for the month. Prime Care Medical Report, total sick call seen for the month was 141. Total seen by the physician or PA was 139. Total outside medical consultations was 9. Total seen by the mental health clinician was 218. Psychiatrist visited 85. Total on mental health medications, 110 individuals, or 54% of our average daily population are prescribed mental health medications. Co-occurring disorders for the month were 24. Out of those 24, only 13 were medication compliant upon commitment. Suicide watches were 17, and out of those 17, 4 were on detox protocol as well. Mental health stability ratings for the month of September on category A, we had 40, which represents 16% of our population. Category B was 39, which was 15% of our population. Category C is 100.
Your slides are not advancing on the,
Whoa.
so,
Well, they're advancing on here, but not there.
yeah.
Yeah, Chad.
Yeah, Chad, what's going on there, Chad?
Since having the IT guy here, you can't fix it.
Yeah.
It's all on you.
All right, well, I'll keep going and present my numbers. I don't know why it's not advancing up there. So,
Just busting on you, Chad.
no, that's why we have.
We don't know anything about it,
Okay.
at least I don't.
Category A is 40 or 16%. Category B, 39, 15%. Category C is 139 or 55%. Category D is 14%. And that's based on our total of 254 inmates that were rated for the month. And keep in mind, everybody's not here for the entire month. We have some come in and out, so it's more than our average daily population because of the turnover. Detox information for the month, of course, you can't see it, but is 10. And out of that 10, meth continues to be our most prevalent, with 7 for the month. We had 6 males and 4 females on detox protocol. September was a little bit low because we didn't take any out-of-county inmates during our COVID outbreak. So that 10 is a little bit lower than normal.
Glenn, has there been any instances of xylazine?
No, after you and I chatted, I checked with our medical department. They haven't seen any yet. Work release for the month. We had 28 individuals out for the month working. We had 12 at Centerpiece, 11 in private employers, 9 on facility grounds, 4 on county maintenance. Total of Center County was out was 19. Huntington County had 1 and Schuylkill County had 28. The Center County inmates, approximately 32% of our sentenced population is working on outside work assignments. The volunteer work hours for the month outside the facility come out to 1,480. Some of the individuals who may start at Centerpiece or on facility grounds at the beginning of the month may transition then to a private employment position. So sometimes we have a total of 28, but they counted in two different categories depending where they're assigned for the month. That's all I have for facility reports, sir.
Okay, thank you. New business.
Hopefully our last month of proposed policy changes as we're getting through the end of the policies. As in the previous sections, all policies have been updated to reflect gender neutral terms. Our inmate disciplinary policy, we are proposing the following changes. We added tablet restrictions to the sanctions of misconducts. We updated timelines for investigations to be completed by lieutenants. We added signature lines to some of the forms utilized for better tracking purposes. We updated the allowable property to be maintained while in the RA2 under various statuses. We changed the timelines when the program review committee meets with inmates from every 14 days down to 7 days. And what that means is, we're required by law to meet with individuals who are in segregated housing units every 14 days. At this facility, we're doing it every 7. So we see them once a week instead of every 2 weeks. We added violation of work release and community reentry conditions to the misconduct charges. And we deleted language that appeared in more than one section of the policy. We had, as we went through it, we found several sections that had duplicate language, so we cleaned that policy up as well. 401 for the commitment, we changed wording for judge to common pleas judge. We added the probation director for signing orders to commit on probation violations. And we updated language on the sealing and storage of property. During COVID, we bought a new property machine that seals property for sanitary measures, and we just need to add that into the language of the policy. 402 meals, we added language to reflect the use of the new heated carts that we purchased. 404, the mail policy, we updated to reflect that all non-legal mail will now be sent to the inmate tablet system through the mail vendor. And the 11 to 7 shift lieutenants will approve all incoming mail and print mail as needed for those who are on a status that they're not permitted to have a tablet. 406, we added a change to how the count is verified on the 11 to 7 shift. That's basically using our core track system we've had for a while. Some of it is computerized on the 11 to 7 shift, but we still do in-person counts as well. But releases, we added language to make sure we collect the electronic tablets prior to individuals being released. Inmate requesting grievances, we changed wording from grievance lieutenant to grievance coordinator. We added language to reflect the availability of grievances and requests on the tablets. And we added language for staff to respond electronically to requested grievances that are submitted on tablets. This will help us cut down on some paper, obviously, as inmates still have the choice of using either or. We obviously encourage them to use electronic version, and then that version then is saved then in case there's ever an issue. And that's the end of my proposed policy changes, sir.
Any questions for the board?
So how does it work when someone submits a request over the tablet? How does that then, where does that go and how's that process?
It's directed to say if they have a counseling question, it'll get sent to inmate services, and then a counselor or director of treatment will respond to it. If they have a question for the warden, they can submit a request directly to me. I get notified that I have a request on the tablet system to respond to. Same way with the grievances, they will go to the grievance coordinator for him or her to investigate and then respond back to the individuals.
How about getting requests to volunteers?
They can still do those, the hard paper copies, yeah.
Did I understand you just say that all legal mail is coming through the tablet?
No, all mail except legal mail.
Oh, okay, good, okay.
Yep, legal mail is still the old fashioned way, hand
Okay.
delivered. We'll go
'Cause
up
they would
front
wanna
and
keep
sign
that.
for it. Yeah, we,
Right.
unlike a lot of other institutions, we haven't changed our legal mail procedure.
Good.
All right, any other questions? Any questions from the board? If not, move ahead to the monthly report from Criminal Justice Planning, Carrie.
Just
Oh,
wanted
I'm
to
sorry.
mention,
Do we need to make a motion to approve those policy changes?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay.
Is there a motion to approve those policy changes?
Second?
Been moved and seconded. Discussion. Not all in favor? Any opposed?
Aye.
So I presume you are in favor, Sheriff.
I said, yes, I said,
It passes unanimously. Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Mark.
Oh, no problem, Steve.
All right, at this point, ask for Carrie to give us an update on criminal justice plan.
just wanted to mention that the Reentry Coalition is hosting a reentry simulation on Tuesday, October 24th at Lambert Hall in Bellefonte. This is the event we were scheduled from last year due to COVID. So that will take place. There's still time to sign up if you want to attend as a participant. If you completed a simulation before, you can act as a volunteer. You have to have completed a simulation before. So that is in partnership with Penn State's RJI.
Any questions for Carrie?
Just mention to the volunteers, if you haven't attended, it's really valuable and super helpful to understand the process from the returning citizen standpoint.
When was that again?
Tuesday, October 24th, from 1 to 4 p.m. at Lambert Hall.
Do we sign up with you?
No, with my assistant Jessica Shear at jlshear@centercountypa.gov. She's tracking the spreadsheet with the attendees.
Could you spell the last name?
Yes, it's SHEARER.
Lambert Hall's in Bellefonte, relatively close to the high school.
Logan Carnival Ground, as we know it.
Undying, sir.
Arundel, sorry.
I'm a Logan, so.
I know, I stepped on a landmine. Okay, all right. Prison Society, Connie, or any update? Okay. And I don't see Barb from Center.
Barb, and I don't believe she's online either, so.
I'll report that we had a really nice activity at Centerpiece last Friday night, and Carrie had a booth there as well as other, rehab opportunities. It was very nice.
I want a set of cornhole boards from Centerpiece that were actually built by a fellow by the name of Joe from Schuylkill County. So one of our returning citizens, so it was a good event, yes. Good. All right, any announcements?
I don't have it, sir.
The judge just called in and he sends his apologies. He had an unexpected family matter that he needed to attend to. So again, he apologized for the showing up.
We had an able substitute.
Yeah,
Just
all right, any other updates or anything else to come before the board today?
No, sir.
All right, our next meeting is November 9th at 8 a.m. Just for the record, and at this time, if there's nothing else to come before us, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn at 8:43.
seconded.
Sheriff, you're gonna have to get a little fast.